Wow, really exciting video we saw there. It's so cool to see the journey these guys take to get down to this. Now, we're going to have to go right into the game here. So we're going to have our great casters, JP and Day9. We're going to hand off to you guys. How's it going over there?
Oh, it is going oh so delightfully well. Tasis and Artosis, any predictions?
Well, we're doing great, man. Enjoy the match. Have fun casting it.
We are so excited to be here. How's the crowd doing tonight, this morning, whenever it may be, JP?
Yeah.
My name is Day9.
I'm JP McDaniel and Sean. We're at BlizzCon 2011, man. I'm pumped.
I know, this is so great. It is within driving distance from my house. No jet lag can get in the way of this first cast between Terran and Naniwa. And I'm pretty pumped because both these players have been training in Korea for the last several months.
Yeah, Naniwa is a player that we actually have not seen at any recent tournaments, so he's really coming into this tournament as the unknown. How well is he going to perform? Well, we're about to find out. On the other hand, Terran has been in Korea as well, and he's kind of the unknown as well, but I really want to see what these two players are going to bring to the game.
Yeah, Protoss versus Terran has pretty much always been Naniwa's most impressive-looking matchup. It's his PvZ that was very weak. But again, even with that being his strongest matchup, he has even more experience having been in that pro house in Korea. But keep in mind, SixJax Terran, or actually just regular old Terran, he has been training in the IM Pro House with MVP. So that is definitely a good tool to have.
Yeah, that probably one of the best teams over there in Korea. So Sean, are the players ready to go?
Well, it looks like Terran is ready. Looks like Naniwa's almost ready. And is the crowd ready? Very good, very good. So it looks like both players are ready to go. Good luck, have fun, good game, and of course, per usual, if you would like the man in the booth to the right, Terran, to win, give a cheer for the player from Mexico, Terran.
And if you would like the player here on the left, Naniwa from Complexity, give a cheer. We got some definite Naniwa fans here, Sean.
And match one has now begun. It's going to start on Antigua Shipyard, where it looks like we will have Naniwa spawning in the right position as the green Protoss. And up in the north, we have Terran, who, after changing his name about 100 times, decided to stick with Terran.
Yeah, I do want to apologize. We'll probably call him Major throughout this when it gets decided. He just has so many different names. Princess might slip out as well. But let's talk a little bit about this map, Sean, and these player positions. Now, the third base of Naniwa is going to be pretty easily attackable by Major, a.k.a. Terran. How do you think he's going to deal with it as the game kind of progresses forward?
You know, there's a big way to do a lot of two-base aggression, to just push the Terran back and then actually take this southern expansion as your third, and then you knock down these destructible debris. What we've slowly seen Protoss players be doing more and more is exploit Blink, and in particular, the Warp Prism, which Blizzard so kindly gave like 1 million extra hit points. So we can see a lot of Warp Prism drops, making the Terran extremely vulnerable when they try to move out.
Now, what about the Terran's playstyle? Has that really changed with this latest patch? I mean, a lot of times people are always talking about mech, of course, in the TVT matchup. In TVP, really, what are they focusing on going?
Well, in general, I would say Terran players like Marines, Marauders, and Medevacs,
I heard those are pretty good, yeah.
They're quite effective, and in particular, getting the Ghosts and the Vikings incorporated into that late-game mixture. The big key is less the units that we're going to see Terran build, and more what he does with them. This player in particular is the most aggressive Terran player in the North American region. Absolutely always on the offensive, doing a lot of drops, and in particular, huge variety of openings.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to see an opening right here where it's going to be a 15 Rex expand coming out for the Terran player. Meanwhile, over at Naniwa's side of things, he's just playing pretty normal right now. We'll see that Cybernetics core go down, and then we're going to start to see the game unfold from his tech side of things.
Oh, and it looks like Naniwa going for the very early second assimilator. Starcraft 2 is a game that is all about resources. You're trying to build up an army to kill your opponent, but you're also trying to acquire more resources so that you can be stronger later on. And balancing between the size of your army and the acquisition of more resources is where that strategy lies. And the biggest signifier of what style that player is going to play is when he builds that second geyser. So with this sort of gas-heavy opening, what sort of things do you think we're going to be seeing, JP?
Well, I mean, he's already getting a second gateway down. Probably going to be seeing a robotics facility go down, I would believe, but we'll really have to wait and see. He's quickly approaching 100 gas, though, so we're going to be seeing that tech path pretty soon.
Let's go ahead and hop into the Naniwa cam, where we do see that he has spotted this early expand, and that is going to be a huge sigh of relief for Naniwa. It's great to know what your opponent's doing, but especially if he's early expanding, there is zero possibility that he can be aggressive early on.
Yeah, we might even see Naniwa take his expansion as well in response to this as the game moves forward. But one of the important things here, we see Terran getting both of his gas, which is kind of the common follow-up. As we see the SCV, is it going to be able to get out, Sean?
And he gets the SCV. Oh, the unit's lost. Look at that. Oh, tied 1-1. The scores are even nail-bitingly close thus far, JP.
We still do not have tech out for Naniwa, but we have a Stalker going cross-map, the one that just took out that SCV, as well as another probe. There is an SCV out scouting. We see the bunker going down. It is finished. That is very common to see Terran players do that. And two gateways. Naniwa might just go for a very aggressive 4-gate here, Sean.
It looks like Naniwa is doing his beta Protoss impersonation. He's going to be doing a 4-gate all-in style play. He has 2 sentries at the front. This is really going to throw Terran off. Look at Terran trying to sneak an SCV in. It doesn't get in. So that means that Major has absolutely no idea what his opponent is doing. He is anticipating an early expand, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble soon.
Yeah, we see the reactor going up on that rack, so it is no longer producing units. The other racks is about to finish here. The Marines are moving out. They do see that one Stalker. It's taking a couple of HP damage, but the shields will recharge, Sean.
Yeah, this is one of the best strategies to do. He can easily kite with this Stalker. Stalker has a little bit more range. Whoa, a 4-gate and an early expand. What's your build, Naniwa? I'm doing the everything build. I learned it in Korea.
I guess so. Here come the sentries moving out. We see a warp-in of 2 more sentries and 2 more zealots. So, wow, this is a pretty crazy build, Sean.
This is almost perfectly timed. He has just barely enough money to build those cheap units, the zealots and the sentries, while still taking a holy crap.
Oh, he cancels the Nexus. We see another bunker going up for Terran as well. Has he seen these forces? I do not believe he has.
He tricked Terran. Terran saw a Nexus building. He's canceled it. And now it looks like Naniwa is going to go all in.
For a second, Terran was moving out with these Marines. He needs to be careful. That is a huge force there for Naniwa. I love the fact that he's keeping one Stalker at the front to chase away those Marines instead of giving away his whole army.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Major.
Is he see it?
Major. Well, he sees a pylon here. Oh, like a little suspicious. Well, it looks like everything is fine on the far left side of the map. Not to be worried about anything. Oh, no.
Here we go, Sean. I think he's going to move in.
Oh, and here comes the SCVs from Terran. This is a very risky play by Naniwa for his game 1 start to the tournament. And there he goes.
Here he comes. Here come the force fields behind the bunker. So those SCVs, camera berries focusing down that one bunker, and it is going to fall. The other one now is going to fall very quickly. Naniwa looking so good in this game 1 against Major.
Major looks like he is doing a full retreat. He's pulling back, and he has siege mode finishing now. And it looks like with these lifted up, Naniwa will be forced to retreat, taking massive damage. Oh no, it looks like this supply depot is going to fall. Can he get far enough inward? His units are taking massive punishment. A warp-in from below. Terran is going all out with the defense, but Naniwa's warp-ins might be a little too aggressive. The unit count is slowly hitting 0 for Naniwa, and
Terran's going to hold, Sean.
Oh my goodness, what an incredible defense by Terran.
See 2 more zealots being warped in, a couple more as well. If he can keep this siege tank alive as well as these Marines, he's really going to be able to hold this off, and Naniwa is going to be in a pickle because he does not have an expansion up.
A pickle indeed, JP McDaniel, and it looks like Terran has defended the all-in.
Wow, that is some incredible crisis management there, Sean. He did exactly what he had to. Getting those 2 siege tanks up in the background really allowed him to stay alive right there.
And it looks like, interestingly enough, Naniwa committed all into that attack, but did a decent amount of damage. I mean, he killed off a decent number of workers, pushed back the Terran army, got to see exactly what composition he was going to be up against. So Naniwa's going to pull back, make some probes, and get ready to expand himself.
You see him moving in with 2 sentries and a zealot. Over here, there is already a Stalker at the natural doing its best to take down some of those Marines, but the siege tank will force it away. A probe is over at his natural, so we are going to be seeing a Nexus go down. But Naniwa's not done yet. He's going to move in, trying to get a force field. That one zealot will die. And the sentry and the Stalker are just going to sit there and get shelled up from the high ground.
So there's the expansion from Naniwa. And I want to ask the crowd a brief question. Are there any players out there who are familiar with the 1-1-1 style? Yeah, there's a lot of Protoss players who are like, oh, yes, God. Well, it looks like Major's actually going to do like a 2-2-2. It looks like he expanded, and he's just going to go siege tank Marine, and that might be twice as effective, JP.